What is going on, everyone? Welcome to a brand new YouTube video. I'm sorry I haven't really talked on this. Not gonna lie, I've been trying to play with some content ideas for my Instagram just because I feel like I have so much utilities at my disposal. Why don't I use them? You know, I got the camera, we got the mics. Let's try to get the people going here. So been trying to do some mic'd up stuff, continuing on with my cinematic vlogs of sorts. I will kind of discuss more along the lines. Actually, no, I won't. I'm not going to tell you guys what my plans are for when I post what and all that kind of stuff. So you just gotta watch. You gotta follow the Instagram. So it's a week one, but this is a big block. There is a lot at stake, if I'm being honest, at the end of this block. I'm not gonna speak too much on it, but there's a lot at stake. For me personally, like if I do what I think I'm capable of for this block and what Isaac thinks I'm capable of, there's going to be some shifts and momentum here. So yeah, the only thing is though, my SI joint is a little flared up. I don't really know what's going on. It doesn't really hurt to lift, but Wednesday and Thursday I had like sciatica for a little bit, and it just stopped mid hamstring. I know what you guys are thinking. You have something herniated. No, I don't. I didn't feel a pop. If I bend down, nothing hurts. Like I'm good. It's totally fine. I'm good. I know that. So I'm just dealing with that. But Monday, pretty good day on squats per se. We'll roll that.
We was screaming mental health, but now we want to kill them all. Lord, for the day I found me fall apart. Come to you.
Wednesday, we had a pretty good deadlift session. This was the day I was trying to do mic'd up stuff, and I just talked too fucking much. Who would have thought? So we played with that. Thursday, pretty good bench day. I'm not gonna lie. Had some good momentum. We got some good momentum going into this next block. Today we had SSB, and I was a little worried about how my back was feeling because, not gonna lie, I took some ibuprofen to get away from the sciatica. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a pussy. That's what I'm saying here. So I was a little worried, so I just kind of took things slow, but I think I found the perfect thing. I also think the cause of it is that my feet angle. I think my feet are too angled out, and that's causing the pain. Do your research. That's all I'm going to say. Do your research. But that's the case there. We got bench tomorrow, but I want to discuss something since it's a week one and it's pretty boring. And I really don't have that much to show in terms of training and what to talk about because it's just week one. It's pretty boring. Can't lie. Once we get to this week two and on, everything starts to ramp up, and then we're going to talk more. Split the video up. What I want to talk about is progress. And a lot of you, if you've been watching, I have made a lot of progress in these last 4 months. Like staggering progress with every single lift. Why is that? Here's the thing. I'm not gonna lie. There's a couple reasons as to why I think some people are not making progress like the others. What I'm about to say is gonna trigger a lot of people, and that's okay because it's the truth, and that's all I can think about. But here we go. Number one is obviously overshooting. If you're overshooting, you're not taking your training serious. You just think of a number in mind and you think, I have that for the day, and you fine tune your brain to try to hit that number no matter what, and then you end up overshooting, okay? That's the case there. You overshot, you're just not bringing progress. Your coach is prescribing RPEs for a certain reason, okay? Wait to like send it on a week 4 or week 5 or however you guys get programmed, but wait to send it, okay? There is a time and a place, okay? Week 4s, meets, max outs, if you guys still do that kind of thing. Time and place to overshoot, okay? I'm not gonna lie. I have had my fair case because I can speak of this on experience. When I first started working with Isaac, I overshot every fucking thing. I overshot squat days, deadlift days, bench. I overshot everything thinking that I had a number. I'm going to hit this number or I'm going to PR today. I'm going to do this, blah, blah, blah. And then I don't. And then I just freaking overshot, ruined the whole program, all this kind of stuff. Now this leads me into my second point. You're overcomplicating your program. And what I mean by that, everyone talks about micro and macro cycles or mesocycles or all these kind of things. Keep that out of your mouth if you are the lifter, okay? That is your coach's job to worry about. Not yours, your coach's job. Yes, it is good to think about where you can end at a block, per se. It is good to think about it. But you don't got to worry about, oh, if I don't hit this or I need to hit this right in order to set me up for 2 more months. Like, don't fucking worry about that, dude. Just lift. Do what your coach says and you can get to where you want to be. It's that easy. You're overcomplicating your training because you're thinking too deep of it. You're just going into the day thinking, I need to hit this because I need to, and it's going to ruin my microcycle, which is then going to ruin my macrocycle, and then like just stop and like. This is why I say take it one day at a time, okay? I go in, I train, I focus on whatever the day is, whether it's squat, bench, or deadlift, focus on that day and move on and go from there. It's that easy. I don't care. I don't give a flying fuck about a micro or a macro or any type of cycle, okay? Yes, I care about progressing in the block, but I don't give a flying shit about the macro cycle. I'm sorry I'm so ecstatic about this stuff because it's just I see it in all these lifters and I'm just like, this is why you're not progressing as you think you are. You're overthinking it. Just rule number 1. This is how we're going to go about it. Look at the program for the day, okay? Understand what you have to hit for the day. Go into the gym and hit what you have for the day based on how you're feeling. And then do the same rinse and repeat for the next day, and then you'll be fine, okay? That's all it is. Yeah, you can. It's a possibility that your coach has a prescribed weight or something like that, and that's something to look forward to. But at the same time, go in every single day, not knowing what you're going to hit. Easy as that. My third kind of tip, rule, something, is accessories. You're not hitting them hard enough. It's easy as that. I have said it in a previous video not too long ago that I am pushing the fuck out of my bench accessories staggeringly, and look how much my bench has progressed. I'm just pushing and pushing because your accessories can help bring the movement, okay? It's easy as that. Push your accessories and your primary movements are going to grow. They will grow. It'll take some time, but they will grow. There's going to be days where your primary movement kind of doesn't feel that well, and then you go to your accessories and you feel strong in your accessories. Those are the days that matter the most because those are going to carry into your days the most, if that makes sense. But there's that. Number 4, as to why you're not making progress, is you're not taking your nutrition serious. And you can say what you want about tracking or not, but personally, I truly believe that tracking, like using macro factor, is super helpful as to keeping me on track, knowing what I gotta hit and all that kind of stuff. I wouldn't say go super detailed with your macros and like, I need to hit this, or like, Jake, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but I'm using your story. Eating half a Skittle to hit your one carb you're missing on your macros. I'm not saying to go to that extreme. I'm just saying like to keep track of like everything and kind of keep a consistency when it comes to nutrition and all that. That's all I'm saying. Because your nutrition is what's going to fuel your performance per se. So if you're not fueling your performance to what you think you need or how you need or what kind of food you need on that, you're just not going to make progress at all. That's just the case. It's just you gotta eat. You gotta eat. And my final kind of why as to why some of you are not making progress is you are not in love with the process. And what I mean by that, powerlifting is a very, very boring sport if you look at it. You have to go in days on end to go onto a platform for 9 total minutes. 9 total minutes, right? And hit lifts, right? That's all it is. Just try to hit a PR and all this kind of stuff. You're not in love with the idea of progressing and seeing your progress and like reaching new limits to yourself. You're not in love with that idea. You just kind of train. You don't want to do, there's days on end. You're like, I don't want to do this. This doesn't really matter. All this kind of stuff. Those are the days that matter the most. The days where you don't want to go in and do something. You have to give 100% of what you have on the day. Whatever that is the case. No matter what. It takes time to make progress, right? It took a lot of time to make the progress that I've been making. I'm not going to lie. And it's bittersweet to see how much I made in so little time, realistically. But that just kind of leads to the case that there's more progress to be made. There's more of the process that I could fall in love with. And if you're not falling in love with that process and continuously banking on that idea of what if or what else is there for me, any of those concepts, not going to be making progress. So I just had to get that off my chest because I've been holding on to it for about like a month or so, but I just didn't know what good video to put this in. So I decided to wait for week 1 when I had it on week 2 of last block, but it's totally fine. But yeah, we got bench still. So let's go bench and then we'll go close out this video. So I'll see you tomorrow. Now mind you, Edie calls you, she finds you. Precision, while I'm reminiscing, it all hits me from my lust. Alright, I'm going to make this quick because I know I'm at the end of this video, but we had a very good bench day. It's kind of scary that I don't know how to say it, but like the double is moving very, very fast. Faster than we've already done in the last 2 blocks. So there's that. But I want to give a quick shout out to some people. First off, my athlete and my only athlete, Dylan. He just competed today. Insane meet, first 9 and 9, PR of the total. We had a day. We peaked right. You know, it's crazy because we had some scares during prep. We were able to fight through those. We were able to finish through, and then we were able to have our best performance today, and it's only our 3rd meet. So very, very, very happy for him. And then we also got to do media for Elvin that I'm about to start editing and getting out to him as fast as I can. But we got some possibilities of some big changes coming at the November meet at Odyssey. Hoping they come true. I'm hoping. But we'll see how it goes. But that's the end of that. But yeah, I mean, we got some work to do coming this next week. There's about to be a huge ramp up. We got some big lifts we're gonna hit, and I'm gonna talk it now because every time I'm at a powerlifting meet, I'm super motivated, and now I'm like, all right, we gotta go 10 times harder in training. So there's that, but that's it. I'm done talking, I swear. So if you like this video, you already know what to do. I'll see you guys in the next one. Most importantly, strive for excellence, expect nothing, and get your protein in. I'll see you later.